Well, I'm really sorry for those people that have been waiting so long for the end of this battle to be shown on YouTube. I always go a few moves ahead, and just record what I'm playing and just record it as I play. And anyway, you'll find out later. But I've just played a 3.5-hour siege. It was going 1 frame a second at one point. 3.5 hours, ridiculous. But anyway, it's taken me so long to do that and sort it out and re-record it, and it's just been a nightmare. So really sorry for anybody that was just waiting just to see the end of this. We're fighting rebels in Alsace Lorraine, just to jog your memory perhaps as well as to jog my own. If you remember, the artillery was all lined up facing down the hill on this side of the town. I've outflanked him, gone all the way around the left side, well his right side, and all the way up my left flank. The idea is to take out this building here that's containing his rebel troops, so that anything that routes through, if I try chasing it with my cavalry, he won't be able to shoot at them and inflict further casualties on me. As you know, troops are precious to me, and I don't want to be paying out for recruiting new ones. So we're managing now to engage his artillery. If you remember earlier on, we defeated the infantry unit that he sent out to us against a wall down at the bottom there, bottom of the hill. We chased him away with the cavalry and wiped him out that way. What we're trying to do now, take this building so that when he routes through, he's not going to get any covering fire. Cavalry are expensive to replace. So here we go with our plug bayonets into the building. Yeah, I'm just peering through one of the windows there so you can get an idea of what's happening. Oh, right, okay, that didn't last long, I'm afraid. So, they've broken from the building and they're going to be routing from the field. Okay, always continue, because the last thing I want is for... I've said this a million times, I know, but the last thing I want is for troops to reappear. I don't want a single artillery unit on the campaign map, a rebellious one, that goes wandering around Alsace Lorraine just damaging buildings and costing me money to repair them, and also affecting the income that I'm supposed to get from them. Here are my cavalry chasing down the routers. A little tip for you: if you see troops routing from a building and you double click on them, you might well think, when the sword comes up there, that you're going to chase them. It's not the case. If your cavalry think that they're still in a building, even though they're actually out in the open, they won't give chase. You really need to make sure that your cavalry are giving chase when you've asked them to chase troops that were once in a building. They have to be fully out, basically. If there's one man left still to get out of the building, then your cavalry won't chase. I've been done with that one before and found that an infantry unit just sneaked away somehow. Anyway, there's the insert button, and just above your number keypad that will put you amongst the unit that you've clicked on, and there's the red line of the edge of the battlefield. That's a close victory. I think that's a little bit unfair, but he has canister shot, and so he will have racked my troops a little there, but I don't think that's a bad result at all, really. Completely wiped out. I haven't had to leave the capital of the area, the main city. And I like rebellions when they're that close. When they take you away from the capital and reduce your men in there, that's a problem. But I like these rebellions when they're close, because if you defeat them convincingly, it makes the population happier in the area, or rather they're more aware that you're somebody that's going to jump on any problems. And so I'm bringing Alsace-Lorraine now hopefully back into for the first time in about 5 turns or something, into the tax system, albeit having to reduce the tax throughout the region, this theatre, if you like, the European theatre, in order to do it. But it's still worth it. It's a good idea to be raising taxes. This is all Rhineland, all of this area along near Westphalia and Württemberg, and and I believe Bavaria is near Heidelberg as well, isn't it? And I know it's in Württemberg, but you know, all those areas there are all very, very close to that rich Rhine River, so it's a good area for me to be in. Usual trick here, I'm going in and out of the industrial buildings that the French have got there in order to completely ransack the place, so it's going to cost him a lot of money to repair them. I've done that with both. I've already done it with the building next to the fort, and I've done it over there next to the port, far to the northwest, would it be, of France. Okay, just checking the number of troops I've got in here and replenishing those. The French have a good income, so they can continually replace troops, and I keep looking in Martinique. I don't know if you've noticed their other place that they own. I think they only have the two places. Martinique is recruiting nothing at all, and it's a small island, so all of his resources at the moment are going into recruiting troops to attack me. Okay, this is my fleet that dropped the troops off in Mexico. Picking out a sloop from there. Sloop's my fastest ship. I'm trying to still research that will enable my ships to go a little bit quicker, but until I get that, I have to accept the range that it gives to me. I can't get into a port, so I'll just get as close as I can. If you remember, I left plenty of troops in Cuba. Cuba was somewhere that generated an income, so I needed to have some troops in there to settle the population more. Those troops have been in there for a while now, so I am hoping to get those out, because my chaps, it's almost like an expeditionary force that I landed there on the coast of Mexico. They took a bit of a battering. I'm putting those on the ship, actually, on the fleet that's blockading their port at the moment, to keep them safe. Because they've already had one battering. I'm sure Mexico's got another load of troops exactly the same that can come down and do worse. So, because I'll be much depleted next time. Okay, here there are reinforcements, the ones that I'm bringing from Cuba. Hopefully in the time it takes to get those troops there, I will be able to improve some of them as well. It takes 2 turns, doesn't it? You know, once the total numbers of a regiment have been reduced, if you want to get them back up to strength, it takes 2 turns to do that. So obviously the ship's got to come out, it's got to pick them up and go back, so that might give me a bit of time to do that as well. I haven't got a lot of money to be doing it with, but you know, do it with 1 or 2 units, might make a difference. Okay, just checking the technology tree just to make sure we're on track. Doing quite well with technology. The problem that I've got is being able to live up to the research standards that we've got, so, you know, to be able to buy the buildings that I can have. So, but anyway, as long as it's there and it's in place, I hope once we've got Mexico, I'll have a decent income from that, and it'll start to turn the game around a bit. It's difficult when you're dependent on merchant shipping from such a long distance away that can so easily be ransacked, or ports blockaded. Okay, this is on hard, by the way, this game. I have heard of other people doing games similar to these, but when I look at them, it doesn't seem to me that they've been played on hard. I might be wrong. But it is distinctly harder on hard. I've never tried it on very hard, to be honest, but it is much harder on hard. I've tried it 5, 6, 7 times before I started running this campaign properly. This is why I started recording, so that I could find out what was going wrong. I went over and over and over and over again, all of this. And then the final one, I thought, oh, hang on a minute, this is going okay. Other people might be interested. That's why I've done it all, really. But if you watch other people's videos, you might think it's distinctly easier than it is. Just check out that they are doing it on the hard version, I would say. Okay, we're ending in Spain this time. I'm going as far as Spain because obviously with Mexico we're starting to involve Spain in this. So the first, the turn end, and this is the turn end of winter 1709 on video 51. We're only going as far as Spain, of course.